Welcome to Stranded Deep and my absolute beginner's guide. And I want to help you to get set up really quickly with the first three things you're going to need to sort out. Firstly, you're going to need water, you're going to need food, and you are going to need shelter. Coconuts are great, but they don't regrow. So if you chop down a palm tree, you pick coconuts, they actually don't regrow. So you are going to need more water to sustain yourself because you get thirsty pretty quickly. It's probably one of the easiest ways to die in this game. It's through dehydration. I know that because I've done it more than once. So let's crack on. The first thing you're going to do is you are going to hunt around to see what you can find. On every island there will be one, possibly two of these cloths. Start gathering things up and popping those down in an area where you want to build your first base. As you can see, for the sake of the tutorial, I've been gathering some things together already so that we can pretty much get cracking. First thing I want you to sort out is the water still. Like I said, coconuts, there's only so many on each island and you will get through them fairly quickly. If you hit them a few times, you get the husky coconut. You can drink from that. If you put it back on the ground, hit it again, it'll split into two and you can eat the two halves. So that will sustain you for a small amount of time. Word of warning, don't drink more than 2 coconuts every, I think it's about 10 seconds, which I think is in-game minutes, about 10 minutes, because it will give you a bad stomach, and guess what it causes? Dehydration. So be very careful of that early on. So let's start with the water still. If you go into your crafting menu, scoot along here, and there you can see the water still. Handy tip for you: if you press right 3, I'm on PlayStation, it'll be different on PC. That is your water still. You can actually pin that with right 3 so that you can see things that you've got and things that you have not. Now we need a coconut flask, and in order to get a coconut flask we're going to need lashing and a coconut. Go to consumables, there's your coconut flask. I can now make that, and that is a coconut flask. Now you've made it into a coconut flask, that's no longer coconut water, I think that's fresh water, so you can actually drink that. And now let's get to making the rest of your water still. The other thing you're going to need is a tool. Go to crafting again, there is a stone tool. It's super simple, you just need 1 rock, and now we've got a stone tool. You're going to need to chop down a palm tree. Make sure you've got wood and this palm bunch. Once you've whacked that a few times, that will give you palm fronds, and we need those for the water still. And as you can see in the top left hand corner, we've now got everything we need to build the water still. Let's go back, craft, and we can pop that down. There we go. That is your water still. The next thing I want you to make, I'm going to use the quick menu for this, but you can either use the menu by pressing left 1 or not left 1, right 1, or you can use the quick menu. The next thing I want you to craft is a fire. Get that campfire. Where shall we put it? Let's put it here. And you will also need kindling. That is kindling. That's what it looks like. Pop your kindling down. There we go. We've already now got a campfire and a water still. That's now collecting water. And the last thing we need to do, I'm cheating, I'm not using a stone tool, I have got a refined knife, is we need to make the shelter. So that's your shelter. Let's make a palm frond. And we should be able to craft our first shelter. And that is all you need to sustain you on any island in the first instance. The other thing that I want you to craft is that, which is a crude spear. The spear will allow you to hunt on the island, and you can catch some fish and that with it, and that will keep you going. How you light your fire: grab your kindling, hold it over your left 2 and right 2 alternately, and that lights your fire. Now, a handy tip, don't use palm fronds. These fibrous leaves, you can pop those on your fire, and you will need to constantly add fibre to your water still to make sure it's producing water. And you are completely set up to go. How to find fibrous leaves: young palm tree, that gives you fibrous leaves, and yucca, that will give you quite a few fibrous leaves. And there you go. You are now completely sufficient, self-sufficient, and you can start now not worrying about food, water, and you can actually start to develop your skills so that you can build a raft and get off the island. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy Stranded Deep. Check out the channel for more tutorials.